Hello my friends, Dr. Mandell here. If you're over 50, 60, or 70 years old and you've noticed your vision isn't as sharp as it used to be, you're not alone. Blurry sight, dry eyes, difficulty seeing at night, these are signs your retina, macula, and optic nerves are crying for nutrients. But here's the great news, there are specific foods, when eaten before bed, that can actually help repair your eyes naturally while you sleep. When darkness falls and your eyes finally close, something extraordinary begins inside your body. A silent repair mission that most people never realize is happening. While the world sleeps, trillions of cells in your eyes awaken to rebuild, restore, and protect the most delicate tissue in your body, your vision. Every night, your eyes enter a window of regeneration, and what happens in those few hours determines how clearly you will see the world tomorrow. Science now shows that nearly 90% of visual repair occurs during deep sleep, when the brain and eyes communicate through a synchronized rhythm of hormonal release, oxygen delivery, and detoxification. Your retina, a paper-thin sheet of neural tissue, demands more oxygen than any other part of your body, even more than your heart. But only at night, when light exposure stops, does it finally get the chance to flush out the toxins and free radicals that have been building up all day. During sleep, your eyes produce melatonin, not just to help you drift into rest, but to protect your photoreceptor cells from oxidative stress. Studies from the Journal of Pineal Research reveal that melatonin acts as a potent antioxidant within the retina, neutralizing the same kind of molecular damage that leads to macular degeneration and cataracts. That means every hour of lost sleep robs your eyes of this natural defense shield. Imagine this throughout the day. Your eyes are bombarded by artificial light, digital screens, ultraviolet rays, and microscopic pollutants. Each exposure breaks down the protective lipids that coat the cornea and dries out the tear film that keeps your vision clear. When you finally rest, your tear glands and corneal cells work overtime to rebuild that barrier. This is why your eyes often feel refreshed in the morning. It's their version of healing after battle. But if you cut your sleep short, you're interrupting a restoration process your body was designed to complete. Scientists at the University of Pennsylvania discovered that even a single night of restricted sleep significantly reduces the density of mitochondria within retinal cells, the tiny energy factories that keep your vision alive. Without this nighttime energy renewal, the retina becomes starved, sluggish, and inflamed. Over time, this contributes to the slow fading of vision that so many seniors accept as just aging. But it isn't just aging, it's cellular exhaustion. And here's the hidden truth. The foods you eat before bed decide how strong that repair process becomes. When your bloodstream is rich with antioxidants, omega-3s, and carotenoids during sleep, your body uses them to rebuild damaged eye tissue like bricks filling cracks in a wall. But when your last meal is sugar, processed fat, or alcohol, you flood your eyes with inflammation instead of repair materials. The result is blurry mornings, dry eyes, and declining night vision, signals that your body's nightly construction project was sabotaged. Researchers at Harvard Medical School have shown that poor sleep and nutrient deficiency create a perfect storm inside the eye, increased oxidative damage, higher cortisol levels, and a breakdown of the retinal pigment epithelium, the thin barrier that separates the photoreceptors from their blood supply. Once that barrier weakens, toxins accumulate and light sensitivity rises, making it harder to focus, harder to adapt to darkness, and harder to recover from glare. It's a slow decay, almost invisible, until one day you notice the world looks dimmer than it used to. But here's where hope lies. Your eyes have one of the fastest cell turnover rates in the entire body. The cornea renews itself every 7 to 10 days, and the tear film is completely replaced every few hours. That means that the nutrients you provide before bed, lutein, zeaxanthin, vitamin A, curcumin, anthocyanins, can literally rebuild your eyes cell by cell while you sleep. It's not magic, it's biochemistry. When deep sleep begins, your parasympathetic nervous system, the one responsible for healing, takes control. Blood flow increases to the optic nerve, nutrients circulate more efficiently, and damaged proteins inside your lens are broken down and recycled. That's how your body prevents cataract formation naturally. But if you stay up late scrolling through a phone screen, blue light suppresses melatonin and keeps that healing system from activating. In fact, Stanford University researchers found that exposure to blue light just 1 hour before bed delays melatonin production by nearly 90 minutes. That means almost an hour and a half less of true regenerative eye repair every single night. Think of your eyes as a biological camera. During the day, they capture millions of images, constantly converting light into electrical signals through the retina's photoreceptors. Each of those tiny cells takes microscopic damage from exposure, and each night, your body tries to replace them. If you give it the right tools, antioxidants, rest, and darkness, it succeeds. If you don't, the damage compounds. Over years, that's how people develop blurry vision, floaters, and difficulty reading fine print. It's not sudden, it's cumulative neglect of the nighttime healing window. One of the most shocking discoveries in recent vision research is that sleep deprivation can mimic early glaucoma. In a study from Sleep Medicine Reviews, scientists observed that reduced REM sleep causes an increase in intraocular pressure, cutting off the nutrient supply to the optic nerve. The same process that causes vision loss in glaucoma patients can be triggered simply by chronic late nights. Yet, when those same participants restored their sleep cycle, pressure levels normalized and optic nerve oxygenation improved dramatically. Your eyes depend on oxygen like a flame depends on air, and when you fall into deep sleep, breathing slows, blood vessels dilate, and oxygen delivery rises. This is your body's signal to start repairing. But if you go to bed stressed, dehydrated, or undernourished, your blood thickens and that oxygen supply weakens. The repair slows down, the retina struggles, and the next morning your eyes tell you exactly what happened. They feel heavy, dry, and tired. The simplest change, eating the right bedtime foods, can flip that script. Because foods rich in lutein, zeaxanthin, and anthocyanins don't just protect your eyes during the day, they circulate through your bloodstream at night, reducing oxidative stress and restoring clarity to your photoreceptors. It's like giving your body the exact ingredients it needs for an overnight lens replacement. Every night is an opportunity to undo the damage of sunlight, pollution, and fatigue, an opportunity to rebuild what age tries to take away. The truth is, your eyes aren't getting older. They're just waiting for you to give them time and nutrients to heal. Close your eyes tonight knowing this. Inside those few hours of sleep, miracles of biology are waiting to happen. Let your body work. Let your vision recover. Because every good night's sleep, paired with the right nourishment, is one more step towards seeing life clearly again, tomorrow and for years to come. During the day, your eyes work harder than any organ in your body. They are constantly exposed to harsh light, environmental toxins, digital screens, and oxidative stress. Every blink, every glance, every scroll comes at a price. Millions of microscopic cells in your retina are burning energy nonstop to capture the world around you. But here's what few people understand. Your eyes don't just need rest. They need specific nutrients that rebuild them from the inside out. What you feed them determines how they age, how they heal, and how clearly you'll see the world tomorrow. Modern science has confirmed what ancient healers always knew: food isn't just fuel, it's information. The molecules in your food talk directly to your genes, switching on repair systems that protect your sight. In clinical research, scientists have discovered that certain compounds, carotenoids, antioxidants, omega-3s, and polyphenols, act like a biological defense team inside your eyes. And the shocking truth is that most people, especially seniors, are severely deficient in these nutrients. The result is the slow erosion of vision, blurred focus, cloudy lenses, and night blindness that creeps up year after year until one day the world simply fades. But it doesn't have to, because nature has already provided the exact tools your eyes need to heal themselves. And they come in the form of food. Let's start with one of the most powerful healers on earth, the avocado. Rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, this creamy fruit delivers antioxidants that concentrate directly in your retina, forming a natural shield against blue light and ultraviolet damage. Scientists at Tufts University discovered that older adults who ate one avocado every day for 6 months showed a 25% increase in macular pigment density, a measurable improvement in visual processing speed and clarity. These compounds act like sunglasses built into your eyes, filtering harmful light before it can destroy delicate photoreceptors. And when you combine avocado with a source of healthy fat, its own natural oils or even olive oil, absorption skyrockets, sending these nutrients exactly where they're needed most. Then there's the humble carrot, the food your grandparents told you would help you see in the dark. They weren't wrong. Carrots are loaded with beta-carotene, a precursor to vitamin A. The molecule your body transforms into rhodopsin, the pigment responsible for detecting light in low conditions. Without enough vitamin A, the cornea begins to dry and crack, and the retina can no longer process dim light effectively. In developing countries, vitamin A deficiency remains the leading cause of preventable blindness, but even in industrialized nations, suboptimal levels can mean slower adaptation to darkness and early signs of macular degeneration. When researchers at Johns Hopkins University supplemented older adults with beta-carotene-rich vegetables and healthy fats, they found significant improvements in tear film stability and night vision within just 8 weeks. 1 teaspoon of olive oil or ghee alongside carrots before bed can dramatically boost absorption and fuel your body's nocturnal eye repair system. But the story doesn't end there. Deep inside your lens and optic nerve, oxidative stress silently accumulates day after day. The body's defense system relies on antioxidants to neutralize those free radicals before they cause irreversible cellular damage. This is where blueberries enter the story, small, unassuming, but loaded with anthocyanins, one of nature's most potent healing pigments. These compounds have been shown to improve microcirculation in the retina, strengthen blood vessel walls, and accelerate rhodopsin regeneration, the very compound that helps your eyes adapt from bright light to darkness. In a controlled study published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry, subjects who consumed blueberry extract for just 12 weeks showed significant improvements in contrast sensitivity and night vision. The science is clear. Anthocyanins don't just protect, they restore. And for centuries, healers across Asia have sworn by a golden drink before bed, warm milk infused with turmeric. Modern science now explains why. Curcumin, the active ingredient in turmeric, is a powerful anti-inflammatory compound that crosses the blood-retina barrier and targets oxidative damage in the optic nerve. In one groundbreaking study from the Journal of Ophthalmic Research, curcumin supplementation was shown to reduce markers of oxidative stress and prevent the buildup of proteins linked to cataract formation. When combined with milk, its absorption improves dramatically, and when you add a tiny pinch of black pepper, it increases bioavailability by 2,000%. This isn't folklore, it's molecular precision. The antioxidants in turmeric work in harmony with melatonin released during sleep, enhancing the body's ability to regenerate visual cells. The synergy between these foods is what makes them powerful. Each one provides a unique piece of the puzzle. Avocado rebuilds the macula, carrots restore night vision, turmeric calms inflammation, and blueberries revive the retina. But when eaten together as part of a nighttime ritual, their benefits multiply. The fats in avocado help carry carotenoids from carrots into the bloodstream. The antioxidants in blueberries amplify curcumin's anti-inflammatory power. The calcium and tryptophan in warm milk boost serotonin and melatonin production, deepening your sleep and enhancing the repair process that takes place while you rest. This is what scientists now call nutritional synergy. When nutrients cooperate inside the body like instruments in an orchestra, each one amplifying the other's healing effect. And the evidence keeps growing. The famous ARIDES-2 clinical trial conducted by the National Eye Institute proved that a specific combination of antioxidants, lutein, zeaxanthin, vitamin C, vitamin E, zinc, and copper could reduce the progression of age-related macular degeneration by as much as 25%. These are the exact same compounds found naturally in these 4 bedtime foods. Yet most people are unaware that by simply adding these nutrients through diet rather than pills, they can achieve the same protective effect, because whole foods come with supporting phytonutrients that synthetic supplements often lack. But here's the alarming truth. Studies show that more than 70% of older adults don't consume enough of these key nutrients. Instead, they eat processed snacks, sugary desserts, and refined carbohydrates at night, foods that spike blood sugar, create inflammation, and increase oxidative stress in the eyes. Elevated glucose levels thicken the blood, reducing oxygen delivery to retinal cells, and excess sugar binds to proteins in the lens, causing stiffness and cloudiness known as glycation. That's one of the root causes of cataracts and diabetic retinopathy. So the very habits meant to comfort us before bed are slowly robbing us of our vision. The solution is beautifully simple: return to real food. Choose 1 or 2 of these powerful vision healing ingredients each night. Half an avocado with a pinch of lemon, a cup of warm milk with turmeric and pepper, a handful of blueberries alongside a few walnuts for added omega-3s, a carrot drizzled with olive oil. These are not just bedtime snacks, they are biochemical instructions for healing. And every time you give your body those instructions, it listens. It sends the nutrients to your retina, it strengthens your optic nerve, it rebuilds the protective pigment in your macula. It does what it was designed to do: repair. Within weeks, most people report less morning dryness, better clarity, sharper focus, and easier adaptation to light and darkness. It's not coincidence, it's chemistry. The foods you choose are shaping the way your eyes function at the deepest cellular level. Every bite is either creating inflammation or creating repair. And the difference between a blurred future and a bright one may come down to what you eat before you sleep. Because your eyes are not failing you. They're waiting for you to feed them what they've been missing. Give them color. Give them antioxidants. Give them nourishment that heals. The same light that enters your eyes each morning is the same light your body is capable of restoring every night. Feed that cycle. Protect your vision. And let nature do what it does best: repair you while you rest. Healing is never a single act, it's a rhythm, a daily ritual repeated over time until the body learns to trust again. The human eye, one of the most complex organs in existence, doesn't deteriorate overnight. It weakens slowly, almost invisibly, under the pressure of neglect and nutrient loss. And the same way it declines gradually, it can also recover gradually through consistency. That's the truth most people never hear. It's not about what you eat once, but what you eat every night, every week, every month, that decides whether your vision fades or sharpens with age. Every day, your eyes are assaulted by light, screens, pollution, and oxidative stress. Each exposure leaves microscopic scars, proteins misfolding in the lens, capillaries tightening in the retina, nerves inflamed around the optic disc. But the body is built for survival. It keeps sending signals, asking for the raw materials to rebuild itself: antioxidants, omega-3s, vitamin A, lutein, zinc. When you give it these consistently, something remarkable happens. Cells start communicating again. Mitochondria, the tiny energy factories inside your photoreceptors, wake up. Blood flow improves, inflammation recedes, and what once seemed like inevitable decline begins to reverse. Science confirms this. A study from the National Eye Institute followed older adults over 5 years and discovered that those who maintained a steady intake of nutrient-dense foods rich in lutein and zeaxanthin reduced their risk of age-related macular degeneration by up to 43%. Not from medication, not from surgery, from food. But the key was consistency. Those who consumed these nutrients sporadically saw almost no benefit. It's the rhythm of nourishment that transforms the biology of the eye. Your eyes depend on continuity because every structure in them regenerates at a predictable pace. The tear film renews itself every few hours. The cornea regenerates every 7 days. The retinal pigment epithelium, the layer that nourishes your photoreceptors, turns over slowly but constantly, repairing microscopic cracks each night. When nutrients flow in regularly, that process strengthens. When you skip days, that rhythm breaks. Imagine building a bridge but stopping halfway each week. Eventually, the structure collapses. The same happens in your eyes when nourishment is inconsistent. In the British Journal of Nutrition, researchers discovered that people who consumed antioxidant-rich fruits and vegetables daily for at least 90 days showed measurable increases in macular pigment optical density, a sign of improved retinal protection. But when participants stopped, the pigment density began to fall again within weeks. The eyes, like any living tissue, respond to what they receive. Give them what they need often enough and they adapt toward healing. Take it away and they regress toward damage. That's why consistency is the most underrated medicine. One avocado won't protect your macula. One handful of blueberries won't restore your night vision. But the habit of eating them every night, that's where transformation begins. Because nutrients build upon each other. The carotenoids from yesterday's avocado combine with the anthocyanins from tonight's blueberries, the curcumin from your warm milk, the vitamin A from your carrots. They form a protective network, a living shield that stays active in your bloodstream, feeding your retina like sunlight feeds a forest. The human body never forgets repetition. When you do something daily, even something small, it rewires your biology. In neuroscience, this is called neuroplasticity. In nutrition, it's biochemical memory. Your cells learn to expect what you give them. Feed them antioxidants consistently, and they upregulate the enzymes that use them. Flood them with junk food consistently, and they upregulate inflammation instead. You are literally teaching your eyes how to behave with every meal you eat. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition revealed that adults who consistently consumed omega-3 fatty acids from foods like walnuts, flax seeds, and fish had a 30% lower risk of dry eye syndrome and macular degeneration. Researchers noticed that sporadic intake didn't work. The protective effect only appeared when omega-3 levels stayed high over months. The eyes, they concluded, operate on a long memory. They reward what's sustained, not what's occasional. This is why so many people lose hope with natural healing. They try for a week, maybe 2, and then stop when they don't see immediate change. But the truth is, the eyes repair slowly because they are precious. Their regeneration requires precision, patience, and persistence. Just like it takes months for muscles to strengthen or skin to clear, it takes months of consistent nourishment for vision to stabilize and brighten. The difference between success and failure isn't the food, it's the follow-through. There's also a deeper biological reason why consistency matters. Every night, during deep sleep, your body runs on a schedule. Around 2 a.m. melatonin peaks. Around 3 a.m. growth hormone surges, stimulating tissue repair. Around 4 a.m. antioxidant enzymes reach their highest activity. If you eat nutrient-dense foods regularly before bed, your body learns to expect those compounds in circulation at exactly the right time. That synchronization is what creates powerful healing. The nutrients arrive just as the eyes begin their nightly restoration, amplifying the repair process. Miss a night and you miss the synchronization. Healing becomes slower, less efficient, incomplete. And there's more. Consistency doesn't just rebuild the eye, it rewires your habits. Over time, you stop craving late, night sugar and processed snacks because your body recognizes the nourishment it's receiving. Studies from Harvard Medical School show that consistent nutrient timing, eating antioxidant-rich foods at the same time each day, can lower systemic inflammation markers by up to 25%. Lower inflammation means less swelling around the optic nerve, clearer fluid drainage, and healthier intraocular pressure, three critical factors in preventing glaucoma and retinal damage. Consistency turns food into therapy. It's what converts simple nutrients into medicine. The body needs time to accumulate reserves, to store lutein in the macula, to build up vitamin A in the liver, to saturate the tear film with omega-3s. This storage is what protects you during times when your diet slips or stress levels rise. Without that reserve, 1 week of poor eating can undo months of progress. And yet, the beauty of the human body is its forgiveness. Even if you've neglected your eyes for years, the moment you begin feeding them consistently, they respond. Within weeks, circulation improves. Within months, visual endurance strengthens. And within a year, many people notice sharper focus, less dryness, and a deeper comfort in their eyes, not because of any miracle pill, but because they built consistency into their lifestyle. Think about it, your eyes have carried you through every experience of your life, every sunrise, every face you love, every page you've read, every tear you've shed. They have never stopped working for you, even when you stopped working for them. Isn't it time to return the favor? To make their healing a daily commitment, not a passing thought. Feed them daily with what they need. Protect them nightly with rest. Repeat this rhythm until it becomes who you are. Because every act of nourishment you perform is a vote for the future version of you. The one who still reads, still drives, still marvels at the colors of life. The science is undeniable. The path is simple. The power is in your hands. You don't need perfection, you need persistence. The human eye doesn't demand miracles, only consistency. One small choice, repeated often enough, becomes a transformation. That's how sight is saved. That's how vision returns. That's how clarity, literal and spiritual, is rebuilt. Every night, every meal, every day you choose to begin again. Stay healthy, stay positive, and may your eyes always see the light of life clearly. This is Dr. Mandell. I wish you many blessings and good health.